Hi, and welcome to Module 1. These are the objectives for this module. We will take this opportunity in the first module to learn a little bit more about each other and spend some time chatting about our professional goals. To do this, we'll work with a technology called BlendSpace, which is a big favorite among many teachers today, and we'll also work with the Blackboard discussion forum and Twitter. In this module, you will create an account at the popular education site blendspace.com to create your own self-introduction featuring you as an aspiring educator. This module also features a discussion on how teachers get their professional development on the latest and greatest in technology and a short orientation to online learning that's particularly valuable to you if you've not used Blackboard much or if you're new to distance education or even to college in general. There are tools available there, including a great template for logging and planning your study time that might be of big help to you. In the first discussion, you'll use BlendSpace to capture your thoughts about the following questions. Who are you? What's unique about you? Why did you choose to enter education as a career path? What are your goals for this class? What are you doing right now in your education program? And so forth. In our second discussion, you'll explore a place that you might not expect to be a hot hangout for teachers. It's Twitter. In this discussion, you'll first check out what's happening on the hashtag INELearn right now. And INELearn is the hashtag that teachers around Indiana are using to connect to one another. Find out what everyone is talking about, and you'll note at least one article or resource that was shared that you found valuable at the time that you were looking at Twitter. And so in our discussion, talk about why that was the item that you found interesting or valuable to you. Tell us who was sharing a lot that day that you viewed the hashtag, and talk about whether you see yourself participating in this virtual professional learning network to get answers, meet people, and make connections. Make sure that you read everything in the assignment descriptions to know what's required of you. I know I've said it before, but it's worth saying again. There's often a lot on our assignment pages, but don't worry. Everything that you need to know is listed there. If you can read along and follow what's asked, you'll be successful, I guarantee it. Also, be aware that using BlendSpace in the way that we're using it is a creative endeavor, so there's really no one right way to do it, and that's the point. Teachers are creative people, and as a future teacher, we need to remember and learn how to tap into that. So have fun with the exercise, enjoy yourself as you answer the questions, and share a little bit about yourself. Once you do post your BlendSpace link in the first discussion forum, you'll want to look at the postings of your other classmates. You'll be potentially separated into small groups if we have a large class, but either way, you'll get a chance to get to know your classmates, either some or all, fairly well over the course of the semester. Remember, to meet the minimum requirements, you must reply to at least 2 people, but you might actually want to participate a little more often with your meaningful insights, ask questions, answer questions, get ideas, share ideas, and so forth. The more that you participate will earn you bonus points that will help your grade at the end of the semester. So keep that in mind. These are some resources that might help you, many of which are also listed within the assignment and the module itself, so be sure to use them for assistance when you need it, and of course ask questions if you need to ask also. So good luck and have fun. So here we are in Module 1. I'll make my screen the right size for you. Here we are, getting ready to enter Module 1 from Instructional Modules, so I'll start at the beginning. Make sure you go back to Instructional Modules, Module 1. And by the way, if this little tab jumps in and out on you, just grab him. just move him back, just click. You can hide that course menu from yourself at any time. I've made my screen really small now, so that's why it's kind of compressing out to the side. And in fact, I'll close him right now so that you can see the module information a little bit better. So there's our table of contents. This is the video lecture that you're viewing right now, of course, and here's all the other stuff that's going on. The orientation that I mentioned is optional, but you're welcome to jump in there and look around. There's some interesting items in here, including a little bit from one of my favorite scholars out there. Her name is Dr. Carol Dweck. She talks about the growth mindset. It's always kind of a good thing to keep in mind, especially for us as teachers. There's some cool articles about distance learning and how to kind of get the most out of it. How to see whether or not you're really ready for distance learning. There's actually a little quiz that you can give yourself here to find out if really online learning is a good choice for you. If you've never taken an online class before, it might not be a bad option to just look through it and then see where you're at. Obviously, you're in the course now, and I don't want you to leave, but it is not a bad idea to keep in mind kind of what's expected, and the workload is very different in an online class. So if you're just now experiencing that for the first time, there's some tips in there that are going to help you. And there's even a little assignment, and you can fill it out. It's not, again, it's optional. It doesn't have any points attached to it, but if you want to talk about your plan for success and how you think you're going to be able to address any of your own kind of issues with procrastination or any other things that might get in your way, you can write about them. And if you do, then I will write back to you and talk to you a little bit about what I think, maybe give you some ideas. So in this particular module, there are no assignments. There's just the discussions. So there's no assignments folder, but there's a discussions folder. And in there, you'll find, of course, a link to the Q&A forum, which, of course, is not graded, but it's there just to remind you that it's out there for you. And then you've got your two graded assignments, the Blend Space and the INE Learn. So when you open one up, you'll get all the directions. You'll see all the directions and the little link that's given there. You'll want to read through all that carefully. And they both kind of are the same way. You open them up, open up their directions, read through everything, use the links, etc., etc. And then when you're ready, you've got two choices. You can click to launch, and it'll take you to the place where you create your threads, or if you're kind of in and out of the course a little bit, you can always shortcut to these places from all discussion boards. So you can just get to the exact same place by hitting all discussion boards, and then you can go to those places. Click on the name, and there it is. And if for chance you've never posted in a discussion forum in Blackboard before, it's really easy. All you do is hit Create Thread when you're ready to create your own new post, your answer with your blend space and all that good stuff. So you'd say, you know, my blend space, or whatever you want to call it. Talk a little about my blend space here, and then you would post your link. And I'm going to go ahead and open blend space to give you a very short introduction to what it looks like. So this is blend space. I've expanded the screen a little so that you can see all the parts of it. It's very easy. When you're ready, you just hit New Lesson, and then you'd start working on your lesson. I have one started already. It's actually the same exact thing that you guys are doing. It's my attempt to work on that. So you'll be able to see the inside scoop on that version. I will post it for you, of course, so you can see the finished product, but you can see on the side that there are some options. Things like adding YouTube videos, you can search Google, you can search Google Images, Flickr, all kinds of options are here. If you use Google Drive, you can attach your Google Drive, and you can have another presentation or Google Docs or anything like that in there. If you use Dropbox, you can attach it to your Dropbox. I don't have mine attached right now, but all those kinds of things are there. So for example, If I'm on YouTube and I want to look up something from the Indiana Department of Education to add, actually met Melanie Park, so I could actually throw that in there as something. She was the Teacher of the Year a while back, and so I could just literally just drag her into that spot. I can edit this to say anything about her. She was very nice, by the way. She was very cool. So that's a video showcasing Melanie Park, one of the Indiana Teachers of the Year, and then I can just talk about it. And if for whatever reason I decide it needs to move, I can grab it and move it anywhere. If I feel like I don't need it anymore, I can always delete it. It really is literally that easy. If you want to just add text and you don't want a picture or anything else attached to it, just hit add text and then you can write to your heart's content. You can write as much as you want here. You can use all the different, word processing tools that are available to you. And so you can actually write, if a whole little bit there. Some people prefer to just write and not have that many pictures. Some people like pictures and video and don't write as much. There's no right answer to this. So you feel free to do whatever it is that you think works well for your blend space and to tell people about you, how great you are. And when you're ready, hit share and you'll get your link, and that's the link that I'm going to copy and come back in here into my Blackboard, and I'm going to paste it. So once I paste it in there, I can hit submit, and then that forum item is there. And if for some reason you'd like to go back and edit your forum item, you need to, change it, delete it, whatever, you can always go back and edit and move things around to your heart's content. So that is kind of how the discussion boards work. And as far as our second discussion, the INE-Learn discussion. If you've never used Twitter before, don't worry. I'm not requiring you to sign up for it. So if you don't really want to participate, you don't have to. If you already do participate, great. It doesn't matter for our purposes. We're really just looking at the hashtag and what's happening. So when you're on here, we're going to talk a little bit about it, and you'll see that actually, as you explore this a little bit, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. our time, Central Time, they have Twitter chats through the Indiana Department of Education. So teachers are out there posting and answering questions and discussing with each other in a concentrated Twitter chat from 8 to 9 every Thursday night. So that's something to look out for if you are looking for a chance to find when people are on and doing really interesting things. Thursday nights are a really good time to do that. But INE-Learn stuff is going on all the time. So even though I'm recording this during a break time, if I enter the INE-Learn hashtag right now, there's already a bunch of stuff that's been going on. If I hit top, it usually defaults to the top stuff, the stuff that's been liked the most or the most shared, retweeted. If I go to latest, I can see that there's still stuff going on. So someone, Mrs. Boudreau, has just signed up for the book club. Oh, that's interesting. What's the book club? So then if I were you, I might click on that and say, oh, e-learning book club. Wait a minute. The Indiana Department of Education sponsors a book club, and so this is their current book club selection, and if you're the type that likes to get into that kind of thing, you can register for the book club and start becoming a part of that that community. So they do this seasonally. So it does earn teachers who are in the classroom some extra professional growth points for their licensure, but anybody can participate. So as a student, you are more than welcome to do that as well. Otherwise, I mean, there's all kinds of things going on at just about any time you can think of. So truly, people are always sharing interesting stuff on the INE-Learn hashtag. And you'll kind of see some of the same names periodically. Michelle, Kyle, Diana, these are all folks that I know that are kind of top dogs as far as social media goes, and wonderful, wonderful educators in our state. If we have the opportunity, I'll be able to introduce some of you to them through our virtual online meeting rooms this semester. So if we're lucky and our schedules match, then we'll be able to get some of these very people that you're seeing on Twitter live and in person with us in our virtual chat room. So with that said, that's going to be our assignment. Find out stuff about INE Learn. You're going to tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to just kind of break the ice and get into the course a little bit. That's what Module 1 is all about. So hopefully you're going to have fun and learn a lot, and hopefully this couple of weeks will get your energy going for the course.